Alright everybody, I'm RageBit and we're back with Season 3 of live Eco gameplay. Today we're playing on a brand new server and I'm pretty confident that this one's going to go the distance. It's EcoStation Season 11, so they've been around for a little while. So the plan today is just to drop right into it, have a bit of a look around, see what's going on. They've got 47 players online, so I'm not going to rush into taking my full skill point yet. I'm just going to try to figure out what's going on. Progression on this server is very slow, so pick your skills carefully. Okay, as resets will not be permitted. So we've got a few things going on. We're going to head down here, have a look at what's going on down here. Alright, so let mods know to push it. Leave draft after entering changes. Oh, we're good for now. We'll see how we go. Nothing really going on here. Sometimes in these places there's some skill scrolls that you can pick up, but obviously this is just our government building. We'll head down here. We don't want to go down there, I don't think. That's probably where the vault or the treasure is. We'll just have a bit of a look around. Plenty of open space by skill scrolls here. That seems like a good idea. But first, we'll have a quick look at what people are playing and choose from there. We are playing version 9.5, so there's a lot of day one servers popping up because it's a new version of Eco and people are trying it out. So straight away you'll notice that when we open up our store, it looks different to what we are normally used to, which I'm actually a big fan of. We've got a couple of basic skill scrolls here, but let's just have a look at what's going on here and see what everyone else has taken. So, a few carpenters, a few loggers, a few campfire cookers. I'm not sure if I want to go cooking. That's possibly a good idea to roll into a cooking one. I don't think I've done a live stream cooking before, so that might be something we can do. We'll have a think about that in a minute. Someone's taken butchery. We've got a fair few masoners and miners. Obviously smelting and those kind of things are a bit glorified in this game. Lots of people like to go that route. So I think we're going to go with campfire cooking. We've got 5 people. Does that mean that there's 7 people total doing that? Or 8, sorry, if I could count. That's a lot. No, it means people. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, but at different levels. So there we've got 4, 5, 6, 7 people, right? Okay, so a few people taking that. Basic engineering, we've got our fair share of those. Gatherers, butchery. So what we could do here is we could wait. Right, so you can wait it out a little bit. And take something like pottery. But then you're relying on those miners to sell you crushed rock, which I don't really like. You could also skip the advanced campfire cooking and go straight into like a milling or a baking if the skill scroll was there. Not sure I want to do that either. So we'll just have a bit of a look around. Engineering's kind of cool one to take if you want to get into building roads. 8 people doing the cooking at the moment thing. Basic engineering, electronics, industry. They're things that I wouldn't mind getting into eventually, but I'm not too sure how they really work. So there's 5 engineers out there at the moment. Let's have a look at the map and just see what spots are kind of available around the area. So obviously this is where we load in. And then after that, people have just hit the ground running and spread out. So these people obviously wanted to stay pretty close, but have some options. These are probably our farmers that are going to feed those guys eventually. We've got some smelters over here. These guys, here we go. This is where the money's at. This is where people have really started to set up. So this is where the economy is probably going to tick over. So if we look at our public roadway, yeah, we've got things rolling through here. So this guy's obviously taking a campfire cooking and he's going to feed the nation. We've got a guy set up here. Just trying to see where my little home could be here and what that choices that would leave me. So yeah, this is your business hub. This is where it's gonna go down. If we work towards pottery, we could roll in here. Glass making would be an option too. If we set up here, because we've got sand down there that we can use, but we also need crushed limestone. So we could set up here, let's take mining to start with, and see how we go. We might branch into if we got the limestone there, which it looks like we do, we could branch into glass making or pottery. That's looking like the best option for us at the moment. But I'm thinking more like a setup here, because we've got water that we can use. We've also got that option that if we don't want to continue down that pathway, we can go something else because we're near the water there. Now I'm just trying to see if there's more limestone deposits, but we need the sand as well. So sand and limestone is really important in glass making when we go down that path. Man, I love the idea of doing something different like electronics and things like that, but I think that's where engineering stems from. So I think if I'm going to be an engineer, I need to be close to these guys because I'm going to be buying crushed rock from our miners. So carpenter, a couple of workbenches that are just sitting there ready to be claimed by somebody if you're real keen. A loom. So there's a few people setting up there, you know, that are going to get something really good going on. Here's our stonemason. Kind of cool, but he's down there away from everybody else. But I'm really looking for somebody for either a Wainwright table from an engineer, which I don't see too many of. So maybe I go engineering. But, you know, if I go engineering, I really wanted somebody who's a miner to be nearby. And what does an engineer need? An engineer needs lots of wood, which this ticks the box there. And possibly a few other things. Just give me one second. Sorry guys, my RoboVac decided that it wanted to turn on and be cool, and it's noisy as. If anyone else has a RoboVac, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm thinking I might drop in here because there's some trees. It's close to everyone else, so I'll be selling lots of things. Worst case, I might be dropping in here. So we're going to have a bit of a look around, suss out kind of what the go is, and go from there. This might be an option here too. Hold on, it's going again. I'll be right back in a sec, guys. Yeah, it's painfully loud. You'd totally know it if it came in. Right, so we're going to drop a marker here. We're going to go and have a look at this world, see where we're at, find out what's going on, and go from there. We're going to buy some skill scrolls too, because we have 40, or the owner has lots. We have, I have no idea how much money we have. We could have absolutely none, although it seems to tell us there that we have few. So we're going to take basic engineering. We're going to add that to the cart just in case. Masonry in case we take that later. There's no chance we'll be taking those ones, so we'll complete that trade. Sweet. We've got some money. It looks like we have 480. It's pretty hard to see there. And we're going to learn those skills because it gives us a few more skill scrolls that we wouldn't have had. Not skill scrolls, land claim scrolls that we wouldn't normally have had. It's nice and flat here. Just trying to find where that marker is that we put down. Doesn't seem to have shown up. So we're going to drop another one. Where was the party at? Here we go. This was our spot that we wanted to go and check out. There we go. Sweet. Still struggling to see the marker. There it is. And we're off. So we'll pick up some food along the way because I'm not too sure about what food exactly is going to be out there for us, whether we're going to have to live off the char. There is that guy just down the road though, so if I can buy some food, some quality food, before I even start, you know, setting up my little base or building or whatever else, that's going to be pretty beneficial as well. So the game's kind of rendering a little bit slow at the moment. I do have my graphics turned down a little bit. Oh, we totally were meant to come back. Sorry guys. So here we are, we're back into it. Sorry, all we've been doing is picking up some crops. We bought a couple of skill scrolls and those kinds of things. So sorry to keep you waiting. That would have been a bit awkward if you had to watch B right back screen the whole game. But here we are, we're back, we're going. We're straight back into it. And we're ready to go. We're crossing the channel. Refugee coming from the home base. It's kind of strange that nobody's really set up near the home base, near the spawn point. But people do like to set up in the desert and those kinds of things. Because that's where the iron ore is, and that's where ultimately the iron is that fuels the economy. Gets things ticking over. So we've got a few veggies here. Maybe we can sell them, make a couple of bucks. Maybe we can't. We'll see what people are buying. It's not the priority at the moment. The priority at the moment is to find a spot where we can become an engineer. Hopefully sell some things, build some roads, buy some crushed iron, all that good stuff. Now, being that this is a season 11, I'm going to make an assumption that they've got some pretty established road rules, and that when I make roads, I'm going to be able to plant them down and get some money back from the government for that. This guy here says that he's got wood carts in stock. Small wood carts. Chest horns. Yeah. And Wainwright tables. There might be a few around in the world. Again, I'm not entirely sold on taking that skill, but we'll have a bit of a look. So hey, check this out. Nice little spot, cruising there.
What can I do for you?
Here we go. Look at these people hanging out over here.
Pardon?
What can I do for you?
Having a good little chat.
Oh, I just came. I heard about a speech going on for presidential or wherever that prime minister
Mr. Minerson here.
Oh, I see there, bud. Are you going to provide me maple syrup?
I can
Oh,
provide
people
you
are
funding.
gathering around there, Minerson.
Now you see,
Got an
folks,
audience.
you're gonna need money. You're gonna need a lot of it. Do you know who has a lot of money? The government. And by God, I'm gonna take some of that government money back for us. You want funding for your maple syrup farm? Lord, I got you funding for that maple syrup. You want funding for roads? Just tell me how many zero. That government won't be able to hold on to those galleons. I'm gonna be giving it back to the people through proper funding.
Invest in your miners there, you know?
So yeah, those guys are just chilling out, talking government stuff. I got no interest in the government. So I'm not too sure what my plan is at the moment. That's the wrong way though. I wanted to go down this street, so I'm going to turn around and take a right. And see where I end up.
Ones just shooting animals. They can get all the funding they want. They just gotta ask. And they will be written the check.
Even if they don't ask.
Well, if they don't ask, then how much?
Bit of water here. Blocking Morty. He got that mortared stone for sale, except he doesn't. Lovely little ocean view though. And this was that spot where I was thinking about setting up. Nope, it was back there. Where they were all hanging out. Which is not really the ideal spot, but I guess someone's trying to grow some stuff there and whatnot. Alright, so we do have this option here. We could claim a little spot in here. I don't mind the other side of the road though. It's a bit better. Only because there's water. But it's really about access to those trees, because I think the engineer has to chop down a few things. Again, I'm not entirely sold on this spot yet. Lots of people have destroyed the world, chopped down our trees already. And I'm not too sure what skill I'm going to be taking. There's a few more trees. There's a few bigger ones just there. So, you know, maybe this isn't the worst spot. Although this guy has definitely moved right on in there. So this isn't too bad of a spot. Where things are going to be happening. Public roadway. Side roads. Bridges. Highways. Public roadway. I want to see it all. Alright, so there's some, really it's all about where are people living. Yeah, people are living along here. This is the main chunk of people. I didn't hate the idea of building here and going that mining glassworking thing, but then I turned into the idea that I'd go and engineer and lead into some of those other electronic things. So I'm still not too sure what my plan is. I might just ask in the chat, which is a common thing to do, is to ask what skills are in demand. So what skills are needed on the server at the moment? We might just go down that path. Let's have a look. Hit O. Citizen objectives. Oh, shipping crates, nice. I love shipping crates, they're good. They can store a heap of stuff. Okay, so people are saying what their objectives are. And I don't see too many glass making. Mining into smelting. Basic engineering. Mechanics industry, which is what I was talking about. Oh, we don't want to talk to Mr. Stemp. You need to wait a day or two to see who's still around. You do, and you already know. Right, so lots of people have made their intentions clear. I don't see anybody going glassmaking, which is cool. So, my objective is going to be mining and then glassmaking. But I did that last game. So, my objective is going to be exactly what that guy said. And wait a couple of days and see who's still around. So, I guess my objective becomes find a nice spot near the water and build a sweet house. Which this kind of ticks the boxes for. This, maybe in here even. But I don't want to completely take their spots. Where's this road go? Is there a road that goes through here? Not really. Bridges. Side roads. I'm not too sure how that works. So, sweet spots here near the water. Good ocean view living. Just gonna suss out a couple more, hot spots. See if we found the right one. Man, this has taken forever, so I'm really sorry about that. We haven't even got into any real eco gameplay. We keep coming back to this spot, so like I said, I think this is the money. I think it's time to set up. And let's roll with just here, leading back to the water. Because then we're close to that main kind of area, but we've still got our own kind of space. And we're in the desert if we need to be. Jungle, water, maybe. This space is still pretty cool too. Could branch out into it. Have our own little spot. Take this bit. But then it's going to be hard to get trees and stuff. This bit's still available. Somebody's built a little bridge here. Public roads rolling through here, so anything here is still okay as well. Or on the corner here, maybe? Yeah, let's do that. Let's set up on the corner here. No water though, which is why these spots are going to be better. And hey look, there's a few people here. I don't hate this spot. Again, taking forever to make decisions today, which is pretty brutal, probably to watch. So I apologize for that. We still don't even know what skill we're going to take, so let's just drop in, build a bloody house, and get on with it. Yeah, let's do it. Alright, so we're going to drop in here right where we are, because this is a nice spot. We're going to stay off the public roadway, which they've already built and laid out for us. And we're going to take this little spot here. I'm not too sure what the plan is here. Why it all looks all neat and fluffy like this. Maybe they've got some ultimate design. So maybe...
No.
Oh no, not not this one here. This one.
The
Here.
government's kind of claimed something. No building zone. Okay, so I don't see too much government stuff that they're like, hey, this is ours. So I think I can set up in that little spot, like they've claimed that. But other than that, nothing. And I seem to have lost that spot again that I really liked here. So nothing here. So again, think I'm pretty safe to take this little spot here. But would I rather take the spot where the water is? I think yes. I think I'm going to take the little spot where the water is here. Fill it in a little bit. And just have a nice little home. Maybe even just down here. Again, we're just mindful of where that road rolls around. We're going to take this little spot here. Across the road from Old Mate all the way down to there. Sweet. So let's get our backpack. We're going to pick up our little tent. And we'll notice that somebody's already about where we want it to be. So we could go further down, but it defeats the point. We're not near the water. We could take this spot here, which will be sweet too, and bang out from there. I think that's it. Let's build it here. Side roads? What are you talking about, side roads? Oh, they've gone back. Okay, so back one more. Just need to check how many spaces do we have to leave between houses or claims, because that's often a contentious issue. 2. Okay, sweet. Thank you. Right, so that's only going to be 1 claim, not 2. So in order to make this happen, I could go here and build, just take my own little spot really, but I'm going to be putting a lot of dirt in. Yeah, I don't hate it. It just means going back to here, filling in the dirt. Also means that I could build here. 1, 2. Alright. Yep, so let's build down here in order to build in there. Do you just fucking build next? Do you just build next to this guy? But then I'm not in the water like I want it to be. So my goal at the moment is really just get a shovel to build out into the water, and then delete your claim, and you will be fine. So I'm going to take that dirt and I'm going to put it in there. Well, what I'm also going to need man, okay, so obviously this is not an okay spot. I just need a bloody shovel right now. Can I climb underwater? Well, that's about when I'm going to drop my stuff, so that's going to be a bit frustrating for some people. No, dude, don't do that. That's ridiculous. But that's my plan. I'm going to build that bit out. So I just need to get a shovel for now. Number one plan right now. Drop this in here. Not too sure what the server rules are that are preventing that. That's probably where the row rolls through. No? One, two. Far out. They make this stuff complicated. I just want to shovel, people. Let me put my shovel down. Let me put my house down so I can get a shovel. Oh my goodness. So, I'm probably doing something ridiculously stupid right now, but it's obviously preventing me from benefiting from this. I'm not too sure what it is at the moment. Far out. What are the server rules? Somewhere here, there was like a campfire dude, yeah, down there. So I'm going to assume that he sells food. Oh dear. Down there? What was this dude? And it was that dude. I'm going to assume that he sells food. Them campfires. Yeah, righto. So, we're going to add one of these to the cart, one of these, one of these. We're not going to do that. I'm going to try one of those and go from there if you're desperate. Right. Rabbit food, check that out. So, the reason why I'm buying these is because in the chat I will have some different preferences on taste, so I have to find out what I like. Beet salad. Oh, I don't know if I like it. How do I know? Oh, you've never had it before. Okay, so I'll eat them all, except for that one, and I'll scroll over it. Do I like this?
How you doing there, Mr. RageBit?
How do I know? It's a bit annoying at the moment. So I'm just going to invest in what's cheap. So that cost me $0. So I will take those. Seems like a good deal to me. I'll make that trade. And because I like him, I'll also buy 34 of those. Whoa. Yep. And give him $34. That seems like a good deal. Right, we've got some salads ready to go for a little while, when we actually find our spot in the world. Somebody has claimed all of this, which is fine. Two. That's 2 spots away. I really just need to place this thing down, and then I can deal with that later. Alright. They're the road rules. No? So I'm confused by why I can't place my house. So what's the go with campsite? You don't have a store. Come on, help me out. Notifications. I'm active. Let's just move our chat out of the way a bit. Because I don't love chat. It's in the way most of the time. Put this down here for now. You were active about 15 minutes ago. I'm like really struggling with why I cannot place a house. Let's put one here, for goodness sake. Let's just see. Nice and flat. Server rules. What are the rules here that are preventing me from doing this? Use /rules slow. Right, rules, here we go. Be respectful, resolving issues, no land claiming. Land claims that aim to limit other players in an aggressive manner are blocking. Right. So you can't box in other players, checkerboard claims. Long single line chains, big square or rectangle. Right, I'm still none the wiser as to why claims don't work. RageBit. If you look on the map, there's an overlay. That's not it. Property. Public roadways. That is not it. I'm nowhere near anybody anymore. So my plan right now is just to get this down, so that I can get my land claim, so I can go from there. Right, so this is not really working out. Right, if somebody knows the fix or is selling land claim stakes, then I guess I can just stake out my land and claim it. Might have to relog. That's a good idea, actually. Thanks. Yep, let's try a relog. So we're going to log out, guys. We're going to disconnect, restart. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. But we'll go from there. So exit to the main menu. Again, it's a much cleaner interface. You've probably noticed that. We've literally wasted about 40 minutes now running around looking for some kind of place to build our home. Great start to season 3. We're really getting into it already. But I honestly think that we'll be better for it once we find the right spot. We'll just set up today. We're not going to take that first skill point. We're going to see what the server needs and really try to work it out from there. We're exiting to the main menu here, so things should be working. So I'll tell you what, go take a drink. We'll be back in 5 minutes when we load back in. Alright guys, we're actually going to call it there today. We're going to start a new stream up straight away. We're just having a few issues logging back in. So, if you like the content or you want to get notifications when you see more, let me know. Sign back in. We'll be ready to go. So I'm going to be back on in about 10 minutes. I just need to get this all sorted, get back up and running, and I'll let you know. Thanks for watching. See you next time.